Well, folks, Donald Trump is back out there with a brand new legal defense, which actually, ironically, is the same as his original legal defense. His legal defense, of course, has evolved over the last year to different ideas, different concepts, but in the end, it always comes back to this one same claim that Donald Trump is trying to make right now in court, and that is, you can't prosecute me because I was president when I did these alleged crimes, and, I've got absolute immunity as president of the United States, so case closed, thanks for trying, I'm going to go away now. Well, Special Prosecutor Jack Smith isn't exactly buying into this Trump legal defense, and last week he filed a 54-page motion smacking down Donald Trump's claims of, quote, absolute immunity. And he did it by citing historical precedent, listing the fact that, he listed the prosecution of Aaron Burr, the pardon of Richard Nixon, the civil lawsuit against Bill Clinton, and actually several incidents against Donald Trump. But let me read you this from the 54-page motion filed by Jack Smith. The implications of the defendant's unbounded immunity theory are startling. It would grant absolute immunity from criminal prosecution to a president who accepts a bribe in exchange for a lucrative government contract for a family member, a president who instructs his FBI director to plant incriminating evidence on a political enemy, a president who orders the National Guard to murder his most prominent critics, or a president who sells nuclear secrets to a foreign adversary. So I like how he kind of took that dig in there, because that's definitely a Trump thing. Not saying he did it, it's definitely something that I think Trump could be capable of doing. But then he continues. Throughout American history, there have been federal criminal prosecutions of high-ranking officials from all three branches of the government, including the vice president, members of the cabinet, senators, representatives, and judges, as well as governors, mayors, sheriffs, and more. Far from chilling public officials in the exercise of their duties, these prosecutions have helped ensure that officials and citizens alike know that ours is a system based on the rule of law, applicable without fear or favor to even the most powerful public officials. The principle that no one is above the law underlies the universal consensus that a president may be subject to criminal prosecution at some point. So, I think Jack Smith did a pretty good job. And in fact, he's actually not the one who wrote that necessarily, but I think the prosecution did a great job with their argument there. Because again, you're citing historical precedent. You're like, we've literally done this as a country before. And the president did not have absolute immunity. The vice president didn't. Mayors don't, governors don't, whoever the hell it is, judges don't. They don't have it because it's not a thing that actually exists. The only immunity that lawmakers enjoy is immunity from being sued personally for the laws that they pass. It's like if Congress were to pass the Dump Toxic Waste on Farron Cousins Act, if Congress passes it, I can't sue them. I just have to walk around with people dumping toxic waste on me until I die, which probably wouldn't take that long, but I'm stuck. It's like, well, this is a legislative effort. Give me your friggin' toxic waste, I guess. But this isn't that. This was not an act of Congress. This was not a legislative effort on behalf of Donald Trump. He was acting not as president, but as a presidential candidate. So even if the immunity existed, it wouldn't exist for what he was being at the time. If that makes sense to everybody. So Smith, I think, did a wonderful job dismantling this, and it is worth noting, of course, that the only reason Trump has fallen back on the immunity claim is because all of his other legal defenses have, of course, completely fallen apart. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.